Hello everybody from the Snapping New York team. It's 8:30 p.m. right now in New York, and we are live from what some people consider it being the center of the world. This might be a bit exaggerated, but if you consider New York as a country, then Times Square might be considered its capital. So we are here, live from Times Square, and now we will bring you a bit around this amazing square of New York City. And we will show you also some little things that maybe you already don't know, so you will discover a bit more about this amazing place. So first thing that you need to know, you saw it here on my left. This is the Lion King. This is saying entrance on the 45th Street. It's a musical. It's a Disney musical, the most important one, together with the Aladdin that is on the 42nd Street. If you visit New York City and you have children, but also if you don't have children, don't miss out the opportunity to visit this show. People say is one of the most beautiful and interesting shows in Broadway. So this is the Lion King on the 45th Street. That means right here where we are right now, so in the heart of Times Square. We keep on walking a bit, so we will show you some other parts of this amazing place of New York. Okay, so you see there is a lot of traffic. If we turn around on the other side and we do a bit of zoom up there, the quality might not be the best one, but you see a ball next to 830. That's the famous ball that is dropped at New Year's Eve. So up there is the ball. So when you're waiting for 2018 to come, so you see that there is even 2017 written there. So when you're waiting for the new year to come, the ball will drop down there, and is one of the most famous moments in New York City. So now we continue walking, we cross the street, and here you see some other things that are really iconic. So there are these mascots, you see, you can take pictures with them, but just remember that if you decide to take a picture with them, you need to give them a tip. And this is totally normal because that's their work, so that's their salary. And I believe that whether you like it or not, this could also be something typical of your experience in New York. Let's move 1 second fastly here. You see this bus? This is called The Ride, and it's one of the experiences that is free if you take the New York Pass. It's a bus where you're sitting not straight like usually on a bus, but on the other way around, horizontal, so you're facing the lateral window, and they bring you around the city and they explain you here and there what you're looking around. This lady here, she just bought from the Disney store that you see here in front of us a little Mickey Mouse with the t-shirt of I Love New York. This is also another typical gift that you can bring home from your trip. So here you see the police, okay. Times Square is really under a lot of security, as it's normal to be. This one here, this screen that you see in front of me, where there is written now winner 6 Tony Awards and so on, this is the biggest and largest screen in the world. Okay, so this is a record breaker. This is the biggest screen in the world, and is here in Times Square. Look how amazing it is with all its lights and all its sounds. Now we will cross the street and we'll get close to the famous stairs that you see them there in front of us. This is the famous statue of George M. Cohan in Times Square, where a lot of people take picture. The police. There is something that is written here and there in New York City, that is, if you see something, say something. Okay? So if you see something strange, you can report it to the first policeman that you see next to you, because there are really a lot of policemen around the city. So that's the Disney store. An amazing shop inside this square, Times Square. And those are the famous stairs. This McDonald's. That is for sure a place where you can eat some cheap, not too expensive food. But at the same time, in the next live videos, we will tell you something more about the food and New York, because it's not necessary to go all the time to McDonald's if you want to save some money, because there are a lot of other places where you can basically eat for a reasonable price. So you see, this is Times Square, okay? A mix of lights, a mix of sounds, people going crazy, as you can see this lady here. It's a mix of everything, Times Square. Everything happens here. It's never stopping, it's always moving, and you can just enjoy what's going on here. And now we will go up to these famous stairs, and we will show you a bit more of this square from the 8th. Okay? So let's walk up the stairs. You see people are sitting, people are taking selfies, and this is totally normal because it's really an iconic place in New York City. People with their selfie sticks. And now, look how many people. It's normal, it's 8:30 p.m. and the weather is just perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's really a perfect weather to stay outside, to take some picture and enjoy the atmosphere here in Times Square. So we keep on walking up the stairs. We try to do some slalom across the people, and we turn around. Look at here. Here we are on top of the stair of Times Square. The most amazing place where you can see Times Square. From here you can take some really amazing pictures. But let's not stop our walk here. Let's keep on walking, because I would like to show you something else, something again really interesting. I want to show you the entrance of the M&M store. That is one of the most interesting shops in Times Square. And then I want to walk with you in the direction of the 42nd Avenue, because I want to show you also that part. Okay? So first, let's go a bit north again. So in this direction, and we go there. You see that green ball, that M&M. So we will go there where there is the M&M store. We will not enter today into the M&M store because we would like to do a separate live video or a separate sort of video, like a shooting, to show you a bit more what you could buy inside the M&M store. But still I want to show you where it is, because it's really close to Times Square, but at the same time it's a bit in the behind part of it, so just don't miss it out when you visit New York City. Here there are these big bus, you see, and the city sightseeing New York buses, the 2 floors with the open roof. Okay, and this is also something that we highly suggest you if you visit New York City for the first time. Especially the big bus. We tried the big bus when we came for the first time. It was really a good experience. They have a downtown tour and they have an uptown tour. Also the uptown tour, that is less famous, we highly suggest you to take it. because it's really, really nice. They bring you on the Upper East Side, on the Upper West Side, in Harlem. They show you the St. John Cathedral, so it's really, really good. Taxis everywhere. Here it is, the 2 floors New York Sightseeing bus. When we get the green light and we can cross the street, we will show you a bit of this store. Okay, this is the M&M store. It's really amazing inside here because you can really do everything and find everything with the M&Ms. You can basically customize the M&Ms as you wish. You can write your initial on the M&Ms. You can find mugs, you can find t-shirt, things to bring your keys, a lot of little objects and merchandises to bring back home from your trip to New York. So we promise you we don't enter right now, but in the next days we will do a live video from the M&M store, okay? So keep on following us and we will keep you giving you a lot of information. So in case you will come to New York for the first time, you will know a bit more how to move around this beautiful city. And if you have been already in New York, well, we will try to give you some incentives to come back again, of course. You see here on my right the Fossil shop. Also this is interesting if you like Fossil. They have nice watches and they have also some nice wallets. What is really interesting in this shop that is a bit different from what I saw in Europe, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, okay, is that if you buy a watch, you can basically customize it as you want, meaning that you can write on the back of the watch your initials, the initial, for example, of your girlfriend, or a little sentence that reminds you your trip to New York. So the Fossil shop here, really close to the M&M shop, is also something really nice. Here another important and interesting information, this shop here for the big bus and the New York pass, as you can see there, the New York pass is really a good pass, okay? You can buy 3 days, 7 days, a 10 days pass, and it includes a lot of attraction and a lot of activities that you can do in the city, starting from the Empire State Building, the Top of the Rock, Madame Tussauds, the Met, the MoMA, and really a lot of other activities to do, the bicycle in Central Park, and so on and so forth. What you can do is to buy the pass online when you are at home, and then when you arrive your first day in New York City, you just come here with your receipt and you get it from that shop that I showed you before. So keep it in mind, okay? It could be an easy solution instead of asking them to deliver it to your home, that is more expensive. Just say that you will get the pass once you get to New York City, and that's the place where you need to go. So now we are going back into Times Square again with all those amazing lights. We are live since more or less 11 minutes. I see there are some people online. There are not a lot of people because we have a lot of followers from Europe, and of course they are sleeping right now. It's around 4 a.m. in the morning. I would like to know a bit more where you guys are from, because it's interesting to know where are you from. And if you want to help us, share this video, of course, on your wall, or share it with your friends, so we will help this page to grow, and this will give us motivation to show you every day more and more about this city that we all love. So we are back in Times Square. That's again the Disney store. We are going now direction south. Okay, we are going to the 42nd Street. The 42nd Street is extremely important. First, because you will have Times Square. But if you go in direction east, you will find Bryant Park, you will find the Grand Central Terminal, and also the Chrysler Building. So keep the 42nd Street as really a reference in your trip to New York. But also another street that you could keep as a reference is the 34th Street, because that's the street where there is the Empire State Building. But I would say that the most important street in New York is the 42nd Street, where we are going right now. Okay, so this is the Disney store. Also here we don't enter right now, but we will do a nice live video another time. But if you have children, you should really don't miss the opportunity to visit this shop, because it's really unique. It's a two-store shops where you can find any type of merchandise about Disney. It's amazing. Even if you don't have children, there is always a good reason to enter into the Disney store. Let's continue walking a bit souther. As you can see, Times Square could not be more alive. Plenty of people in the streets, plenty of cars, music, noise. Even if Times Square is so, let's say, messy, at the same time there is an order, an hidden order inside this square that really makes everything more clear. You see, that's again the Lion King musical. We look a bit up, we see the famous bowl. Here we go a bit close to the street, and you can see the famous taxis. Never stops. When they say that this city really never sleeps, this is absolutely the real truth. You can walk the streets of New York at 3 o'clock in the night, especially in Times Square, and it will be exactly like this. It's always, always, always alive. So now what I can show you? I can show you the Hard Rock Cafe. It's a symbol, it's also really important, and it's really a nice shop, okay? So the Hard Rock Cafe is here. You can see it. Why is nice? Because first you can buy the famous and traditional t-shirts that are famous all over the world, and you will have a t-shirt with written Hard Rock Cafe New York. Second, you can eat a bite, and this is also not too bad. But third, if you walk downstairs, there are some really, really nice memorabilia, some guitar from important and famous players, musical players, you know. So why not to visit that? It's free. And another practical information is not the most important one, but if there is the need, it could be. So if you are in Times Square and you need to use the toilet, the restroom, and you don't know where to go, if you enter the Hard Rock Cafe, the toilet is completely free. So in case you have these needs, that could be a solution to keep in mind. Here we are. Here it is, you see? This is the Hard Rock Cafe. We try to zoom a bit. There is a lot of lights, but it's saying legendary food. You see? Legendary food, Hard Rock Cafe, and the famous guitar. We keep on walking, and we are really close now to the 42nd Street. You see, this is the 43rd Street, as you can see here. You see there is the stand for the New York Police Department, of course. In the time that we are waiting for the green, let me show you a bit more about all those lights of New York. Look how amazing. Look how amazing. Share this video, people, with your friends, on your wall. Speak about Snap in New York with your friends, and you help us growing this page. We need you. We want to continue doing this job. We are receiving a lot of positive feedback from you all, and we really love to do this. So thank you very much. Crystal Ree just shared our video. Thank you so much. Let's keep on walking. Look how beautiful it is. So this is the 42nd Street. As we said before, it's one of the most important streets in New York City, but it's also one of the most messy and with more traffic in New York. Okay? Let's go a bit in direction west, because I want to show you Madame Tussauds. I want to show you a cinema, the Regal Cinema, in case there is a lot of rain in New York City and it's evening and you don't know what to do. You could also consider coming to a cinema. We went there a couple of times, and some rooms are really huge, big, that you don't maybe expect them to see when you're coming from a smaller city. Another person just shared our video, Giulia Diono. Thank you so much, Giulia, for sharing this video with your friends. Ciao Grazia from Italy, actually from Sicily. It's 4 o'clock in the night and you're following us. Thank you so much. Here there is another McDonald's, and here on my left there is Madame Tussauds. Madame Tussauds, also for Madame Tussauds, if you buy the New York pass, you have a free entrance to Madame Tussauds. It's really nice. It will take you more or less 1 hour and a half to visit the museum. You will see some important people, you can take pictures with them, and it's a nice way to spend a morning or an afternoon, especially maybe if you have some children, but even if you are coming with your girlfriend and with your boyfriend, you know, or husband, wife, it's a nice way to spend one morning in New York City. You see how alive is also the 42nd Street. So many things are going on. Artists, music, everything. Here there is this bar, B.B. King, where they play blues music. Really nice. Let's keep on walking. Some other artists. Another person shared our video, and I would like to thank Nelson Patriota. Thank you so much, Nelson, for sharing our video with all your friends. We really appreciate when you guys share our video. It's really important for us. This is the Regal Cinema, you see? What I was telling you before. So in case there is really a rainy night in New York and you don't know what to do, but you still want to go out from your hotel, why don't you come to the cinema and then you have a walk at midnight in Times Square. Here are the movies that they are showing right now. And here next to that there is Five Guys. Here in New York there is a big battle between Five Guys and Shake Shack for the most important and appreciated burgers in the city. For sure, Five Guys is amazing, like is Shake Shack. It's difficult to choose, so our suggestion, when you come to New York City, try them both. Alicia is telling us that she also shared the video. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you very much. You see, this is the ride the bus that I was telling you about before. Let me see if I can try to show you how the people are sitting. I go in the middle of the traffic. You see, people are sitting in this way, so facing the side of the bus, you know. So it's a unique experience because you will see New York from a different perspective. Really, really nice to keep it in mind. Grazia tells us that her boyfriend is living in Brooklyn, so she's also lucky because she has the opportunity to come and visit him and still at the same time visit New York City. Another person shared the video, and this is Ruth Pantoya. Excuse me if I don't pronounce your name really well, but thank you so much for that. We can see when you share our video because we get a little message, you know, and that's really good because it's really nice. It means that you appreciate our live videos and our stories and what we are telling you about New York. So here we are now on the 8th Avenue, okay, and we are going again back in the direction of Times Square. Times Square is there in that direction on the 7th Avenue. Why I'm bringing you in this direction? Because if you will look on the left, you will see the main competitor of Five Guys. So the burger that I was showing before, on the left there is their main competitor, that is Shake Shack. And now I will bring you right in front of that. We have other two people that share our video. Debra, thank you so much, and Bill, thank you so much for sharing our video. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate that because you're helping us to grow so fastly. So this is a Shake Shack, you see? Also here burgers are really good, but be careful because if you come over weekends, but also on Thursday and Friday night, the queue in this Shake Shack is crazy. It goes out of the shop and you really need to queue for minutes and minutes to get a burger. And honestly speaking with you, there are other Shake Shack stands in New York City, shops, and we don't advise to come to this Shake Shack here next to Times Square because it's the one that is always most busy, most crowded, and the food is never the best quality. There is a really nice Shake Shack not too far from, let me think, is around the 40th Street and 3rd Avenue or 3rd Avenue. And there is not a lot of people, you can sit outside, and the food is really in good quality because you don't need to wait a lot, it's warm and it's good. So now what we are doing is that we are going back to Times Square, and we will stop the video in front of one shop, one music shop, that is one of our favorite one. And tomorrow you will see in our videos that we will post a specific video about this shop, okay? So now we are in Broadway, okay? Next to Times Square there is Broadway with a lot of amazing musicals. So this is, for example, Anastasia, okay? The new Broadway musical. An information that maybe not a lot of you already know is that for the first time ever, Harry Potter will be in Broadway starting from next spring. You can buy your ticket starting this fall, and on 22nd April 2018 there will be the first show of Harry Potter in Broadway. And here we are almost at the end of the live video for tonight. We brought you around the Times Square. We hope you enjoyed. So this is the Guitar Center, you see? We will record a video inside this shop now, and we will post it tomorrow afternoon New York time. So keep on following us, because if you like music or you have friends that like music, this is really an amazing shop. We visited really a lot of countries in Europe, but I never really saw such a beautiful music store ever. So thank you so much everybody for following us. I saw that Eleonora Petillo just shared our video. Thank you so much. Please share this video with your friends. Invite them to follow Snappy New York. And every day we will give you live videos, live feeds, live information from this city that never sleeps. Thank you so much, and have a great night. Bye bye.